Hey there guys, today is another Big Finish audio review, and today, technically this is a re-review, but because for some reason the original review, it was about 12 minutes long I think, and for some reason only a minute and a half of the 12 minutes uploaded, and that really pissed me off because I thought it was a fairly decent review, and only a very tiny bit got uploaded to YouTube. God knows why. But anyway, hopefully it won't mess me around this time and it'll upload the whole thing. So if it doesn't, I apologise about that. So let's crack on with the review of possibly, I think it is my favourite Big Finish story that I've got. I'm currently listening to Gods and Monsters because I've still got to finish listening to that, because so far that is fantastic. But so far this is my favourite Big Finish adventure out of all the ones I've got. Like I said in my previous video, I think I've got about 5 or 6, and this is my favourite. And I think Sylvester McCoy is my favourite Big Finish Doctor so far, because I think he's absolutely amazing in them. I know quite a lot of people prefer the 8th Doctor audios because they're probably the most interesting ones, because obviously Paul McGann only did the TV movie and Night of the Doctor. And so yeah, this audio is absolutely just brilliant. I think it's so good. It's written by David Bishop. So first things first, I'll run you through the cover. I mean, what I love most about the cover is that it's very, very red, and there's another Big Finish story called Red, which I want TJ Productions to review because that looks really, really good. But this looks just fantastic. But on my case there's a scratch because when I got it from Dimensions for about £5, I had about 6 in the bag, like 6 CDs in a bag, and they were rattling around a lot, and I feared that one of them may break, and it hasn't broken exactly, but it has got a crack on it, which is quite annoying. But there's a more annoying thing in the seed in this case, and it happens to all of it. Sometimes happens to all of my CDs, and it gets really annoying. Don't know why it happens. It just does. For some reason, it falls apart. I'm sure it's happened to some of you in the past. But if there's like a solution to it, then please tell me what it is, because it's really getting on my nerves. But I have a feeling there isn't a solution. So on the cover, this one is not a reversible one, because this is the booklet that's showing you the cover, and there isn't like a bit of paper where you can just flip it over. So it's starring Sylvester McCoy and Sophie Aldred in Enemy of the Daleks by David Bishop, featuring Kate Ashfield, Evie Kashiwara, with Philip Olivier as Hex. So on the cover we got a picture, a really lovely picture of a Dalek, Sylvester McCoy, Ace and Hex. I'm not sure if many of you are familiar with Hex, because he is a Big Finish companion. I quite like him. He definitely gets more character development in these stories. I think he's sometimes viewed as fairly useless as a companion by Ace and the 7th Doctor, especially in Gods and Monsters. But here he's pretty good. I really like Hex actually. He's a pretty good companion. So yeah, written by David Bishop. It's a full cast audio drama, as quite a lot of the Big Finishes are. And I love the side as well. This is the 121st release, Doctor Who Enemy of the Daleks. It stands out on the shelf quite nicely. And we have the synopsis on the back, unlike Zagreus, where it has no synopsis anywhere. So yeah, I'll tell you what the blurb is about. Bliss used to be a paradise planet, the Galapagos Islands of space, but when the TARDIS brings the Doctor, Ace and Hex there, it's been overrun with ironweed plants, and the air is heavy with a stench burnt silk and static electricity. Worse, the Daleks are coming, on the trail of a lost patrol of Starship and troopers. Holed up in the Rourke 279 research facility, Lieutenant Beth Stokes is preparing her last stand against the invaders, but there is a secret on Bliss, a secret guarded by the Professor Shimura. This time, could it be the Daleks that need saving? And so you've got some more cast members there. And so, yeah, it's a really good plot, actually. It's about 4 parts long, so it doesn't drag out too much. But first, now, I'll just I'll do like an edit here, because where you have to open the case, it gets a bit awkward. So I'll stop the video here, and I'll show you a few pictures of the disc. So I'll be back in a couple of seconds. So yeah, that's the discs you get. As you can see, I'm not sure if you noticed it, but it was really awkward trying to get those discs to be fitted on the screen there. So yeah, I have written actually down some notes there, trying to just to make this review more, professional-like, because I feel that this review needs to be really good, because I want you guys to buy this audio because it is fantastic. So I'll read you my notes that I have written down. Quite a bit of notes, so I'll just get on to it. Enemy of the Daleks is a dark and claustrophobic story that gives the Daleks one of their best, stronger audio stories. Writer David Bishop has created a nefarious world of labour and camps and a galactic civilization hanging in the balance, but this drama is still accessible and entertaining, without excessive continuity or contrived plot devices. And the regular actor gives the script everything they have, and Philippe Olivier as Liverpudlian nurse Hex really comes into his own here. The novelty has worn off for this particular member of the TARDIS crew, and despite his unrecruited adoration of fellow traveller Ace, Hex seems to be going to the end of his imperturbable teether. Guest star Kate Ashfield is worthy of a mention as the cowardly Lieutenant Stokes, whilst the remainder of the guest cast all keep their hands up. A gritty parry to altogether lighter. Magic Mousetrap. This audio is tough, mean, but altogether worthwhile, and thought-provoking to boot. Highly recommended. So yeah, that's some of the notes I got for this review. Like I said, it's really, really good. Like all the characters are fantastically well written, and the actors just are really good in it. Sylvester McCoy, Sophie Aldred, and Philippe Olivier are outstanding in it. And as for the Daleks themselves, which I sort of need to talk about more, they're really good in it. There's another race that gets created in this story. I'm trying to prevent spoilers here, but I'm not going to tell you how they're created. And there's a really good scene towards the end where it reminds me of the Alien films, and it's quite gruesome, and it's quite disturbing as well, and fairly disgusting, and really sinister. And the race that they have to fight, it's getting bigger in the Daleks, and the Daleks are starting to fear this race, and it's just absolutely brilliant audio. I can't recommend you go out and buy it enough, because it's just fantastic. So if I had to rate it out of 10, I'm just going to give it a straight 10, because it is one of my favourites. Well, in fact, it is my favourite audio that I've got so far. I definitely need to get more Sylvester McCoy stories on audio, because he is a really, really good Doctor. He hasn't changed at all from the television series. Ace has become more of a better companion than she was on the television series. She's fairly different to the New Adventures, because apparently on the New Adventures books she is fairly manipulative, but she's not really manipulative on the audios, because they're just really absolutely brilliant. I love Sylvester McCoy. I think he's a great Doctor, especially on the audios. So thank you for watching my review, and please tell me what you thought of it. Leave a comment down in the section below. Press the like bar, add it to your favourites, and so yeah, I shall see you next time for my review of The Sirens of Time. And I think I said in my Zagreus review that I was going to review it like instead of this. But I thought because this is such a great story, I will review this first. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and like I said, I recommend you go out and buy it. And so yeah, take care, and I shall see you next time.